Phoenix, Arizona Republicans voted Saturday to censure Cindy McCain and two prominent GOP members who have found themselves crosswise with former President Donald Trump. The censures of Senator John McCain's widow, former Senator Jeff Flake and Governor Doug Ducey are merely symbolic. But they show the party's foot soldiers are focused on enforcing loyalty to Trump, even in the wake of an election that saw Arizona inch away from its staunchly Republican roots. Party activists also re-elected controversial chairwoman Kelly Ward, who has been one of Trump's most unflinching supporters and among the most prolific promoters of his baseless allegations of election fraud. The Arizona GOP's combative focus has delighted Trump's staunchest supporters and worried Republican insiders who have watched the party lose ground in the suburbs as the influence of its traditional conservative establishment has faded in favor of Trump. A growing electorate of young Latinos and newcomers bringing their more liberal politics from back home have further hurt the GOP. This is a time for choosing for Republicans. "Are we going to be the conservative party?" said Kirk Adams, a former state house speaker and chief of staff to Ducey. "Or is this a party that's loyal to a single person?" It's a question of Republican identity that party officials and activists are facing across the country following Trump's 2020 loss, and particularly after a mob of his supporters laid siege on the U.S. Capitol on January 6. Nowhere is the question more acute than Arizona, where the state GOP's unflinching loyalty to Trump stands out even in a party that's been remade everywhere in the image of the former president. Ward has relentlessly, but unsuccessfully, sued to overturn the election results. The party has used its social media accounts to urge followers to fight and perhaps even to die in support of Trump's false claims of victory. Two of the state's 4 Republican congressmen are accused of playing a role in organizing the January 6 rally that turned violent. After dominating Arizona politics for decades, Republicans now find themselves on their heels in the state's highest offices. President Joe Biden narrowly eked out a victory here, becoming just the second Democrat in more than 5 decades to win the state. Consecutive victories in 2018 and 2020 gave Democrats control of both U.S. Senate seats for the first time in nearly 70 years. Ward, a physician and former state legislator who lost 2 Republican primaries for the U.S. Senate, defeated 3 challengers to win a second term. In a brief interview, Ward acknowledged disappointment at the top of the ticket, but said she and many other Republicans still question the results showing victories for Biden and Democratic Senator Mark Kelly. Judges have rejected 8 lawsuits challenging Arizona's election results. Ward pointed to GOP successes down the ballot, noting Republicans defied expectations in local races.